Hi everybody, Matt back with you. Hope you're okay. Today, I'm currently walking on the Rochdale Canal. I'm about a mile and a half, something like that, from Todmorden, heading to an area called Eastwood. Now, the reason I'm here today is a murder happened here in 1993, and we cover a lot of murders on this channel. We are often all called the dark side of the moor, so it's not always sweetness and light. And a lot of those murders we've looked at are solved, as in they are 100, 150 years old maybe. We go and look at gravestones, or tell the stories of the victims and what happened. But this one, despite being over 30 years ago since it happened, remains unsolved. And it seems very strange because after about 6 months after the murder, the enquiries into it started to be wound down by the police. With about 12 months they'd just given up on it altogether. So it's kind of been forgotten about. So possibly risky, I know, and with full respect to the victim and families, I'm just going to briefly go over the story of the death of a man described as a gentle giant, because who knows, could this video just be seen by someone so many years later who suddenly thinks, now what, I might have some information that might be useful. Let's find out. So, in 1993, nightclub owner Colin Murphy returned here to Eastwood, to his home. He's up amongst the trees there. He was a 25-stone man who ran casinos and nightclubs across Manchester and beyond. He mostly owned clubs in Stoke-on-Trent, including Mates and the Academy. He would often finish his nights at the Sergeant York Casino and bring home the takings ready to bank the next day. He'd arrived home here. That's his house up in the trees, and gone up the driveway in his car, and as he reached the house he found somebody waiting for him. It's been suggested it was the work of two people. They had a shotgun, but they didn't shoot Colin. They hit him in the neck with the gun to stagger him, I suppose, and then tied him up whilst they robbed him. And the very next day, Colin passed away. So it seems likely that, due to Colin's routine of bringing home the takings to bank the next day, people knew about this. So is it possible that his killers knew and they headed to his house in Todmorden knowing that he would appear with a lot of money that night? No, I didn't know Colin Murphy. This was before I lived in Todmorden and before I was anywhere near the nightclub scene. But I kind of wish I did, because by all reports he was definitely one of the good guys, and is reported as being not just this gentle giant, but friendly, and took care of his friends, and very generous with time and money. And one of his friends was nightclub owner Fufu Lamar, famous drag queen from nightclubs in Manchester. Fufu even put up £10,000 to try and get any information that would help capture Colin's killers, but nothing came about. In partnership, Fufu and Colin ran 2 clubs, City Lights in Farnworth and Fatso's in Rochdale. So 30 years on, nobody talks about the Colin Murphy case anymore, which is a shame, because that means for 30 years somebody has gotten away with their actions that caused a good man to no longer be here. It is of course possible that those people who committed it are no longer here anyway, or maybe they've carried on committing crimes and ended up in jail. We don't know. But as I mentioned earlier on, I hope this video is looked at with there's absolutely no disrespect meant or sensationalism or anything like that. It is purely to just keep that story going, to show Colin's friends and family that he's not forgotten. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, one person might watch this who can help capture the people who did it. I don't hold out much hope, but you can never say never. Rest in peace, Colin. Maybe if you remember Colin from his casinos and nightclubs, or were one of his friends, maybe you could leave us a comment below, share some memories. In the meantime, I'll catch you for the next video soon.